What in the heck is this? Wait a minute. I know what it is. It's the Sometimes Vlog. Yeah! Nobody wants to join in. It's a vlog that happens sometimes. It hasn't happened for a very long time. And this time is coming at you, just you, the Patreon person, the Patreon people, the Patri people, the Patri-people. Hello, everyone. YouTube is behind, sadly. Instagram is behind, sadly. I have videos to edit from Florida, so everyone in the world thinks that I'm in Florida, but actually, secretly, I'm here in New York City, the Big Apple, at the fabulous Plaza Hotel, New York's most exciting hotel experience, where none other than Kevin McAllister stayed while he was lost in New York. All these people think I'm crazy. But you don't think I'm crazy, do you? Do you? Look at this. This is the fountain where Kermit the Frog was sitting with Miss Piggy, where I was last year during a crazy snowstorm. At the moment, though, thanks to goodness, there is no snowstorm. I'm actually here in New York, and I'm sweating just a tiny bit underneath this jacket. The weather is pleasant. There are flowers here in this little area where once there was just packed snow, and just over there, I made my little snowman friend last year, who sadly melted, gone forever. Never forget. Actually, I've already forgotten because, to be honest with you, I'm trying to remember his name and I'm having kind of a hard time. So, tomorrow, I'm going to keep this short so I can post this tonight and it won't take a long time to upload and it'll be timely. Tomorrow, I will be in New York City doing some fabulous secrets. See, they were looking at us. They were looking at us. They think we're crazy. They don't know you're in here. They don't know you're in here. I will be in New York City looking at some fabulous top secret filming projects. I'm just here for a couple of days like a boomerang, just whipping in and out. I got a friend staying over here in New York City who's like, come along just for a few days, just for a little snack of adventure. So one thing I'm definitely going to do tomorrow, I've got to go back to the Ghostbusters Firehouse. You guys remember last year I did a whole bunch of Ghostbusters Part 1 filming locations, and the freaking firehouse was covered up with all kinds of lattice work and construction things, and it was no good. I didn't get the shot. I didn't get the money shot. So I'm going tomorrow to go back to the Ghostbusters Firehouse. I'm really looking forward to seeing it unsheathed and uncovered. Also, by the way, somebody pointed this out. Actually, a couple of people pointed this out. And I'm sorry if there's any wind noise or any pollution. I've never done a sometimes vlog with this particular phone. It's been a long time since I've done a little unedited phone video coming at you. This is a thing I think may only happen for Patreons, Patriple. But people rightly pointed out last year that right next to the Plaza Hotel and the fabulous Miss Piggy spying on Kermit sitting by the fountain talking to Jenny locations, which I filmed. That's the great, that's like a great Muppet Caper. That's the Muppets Take Manhattan. Fantastic film. Have you watched the 3 original Muppet movies lately? So good. So good. But people rightly pointed out that in between these two places, which I showed quite a bit, Bergdorf Goodman, where Piggy worked, and then the Plaza Hotel, where Kevin stayed, is this. The building that Chandler Bing worked at during the first couple of seasons of Friends. And then that reminded me, I've never gone and looked for the outside filming spot for the Friends apartment. That is something I've got to add to my New York 48-hour or however long I'm here list. My list. So anyway, I'll be walking around New York City tomorrow, looking at all kinds of wonderful things. My friend, well, I shouldn't say who, one of my friends is flying here in a couple of days to meet up with me. We're going to do a little exploration down in the subway in Brooklyn and a couple of other places because there's some top secret stuff I want to film, which I can tell you because you're not going to ruin Christmas for other people and tell other people. You're the Patri-people, the Peach-ripple. You're the Random Land Adventurers. Yes, that's what it is. That's a lot easier to say and easier to pronounce. Anyway, my friend is flying here because I have a fancy to go looking for some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles filming locations from Part 1 and Part 2, Secret of the Ooze, which were mostly, spoiler alert so you don't get too excited, filmed in South Carolina on the back lot of Raleigh Studios, or I forget what it was called at the moment. I'm panicking. But it was filmed mostly on a backlot, this huge New York set they constructed. But they did come to New York City, right here near Central Park, on the other side of the park, near Columbus Circle, to get a few shots, a couple of establishing shots, a couple of shots of Danny running down into the subway, a subway platform shot, a couple of things that I want to go hunting for. And one of my friends, who's only ever been, I think, really in one video with me on Route 66, as it happens. Anyway, see, that threw me for a loop too. Is coming here, and we are hopefully going to be doing a little Teenage Mutant Ninja investigating. So that's going to be pretty cool. Also, yes, I know, the beard. I didn't have any more razors when I left Florida, and so I just ended up becoming quite scruffy a little bit. See here? Now, I could never grow a beard because this could never connect to this. It's getting better, you see. Now there's a bit of a connection there. It actually does connect, but this is still much thicker than this. This is my Italian side. Ah, viva l'italiano! Che bella, che bella. Okay, so I think I've run out the clock. It's about 6-7 minutes long of a video. Quite difficult to upload without the Wi-Fi. I don't have the Wi-Fi set up and all that stuff. I am thinking a million thoughts, but my number one thought was the people, the Random Land Adventurers that I haven't spoken to in a while, and that is because I broke my little portable USB microphone. I broke it. So finally, I have to go get that equipment that I've been procrastinating on getting some real sort of somewhat more professional podcasting type microphone so I can get more people on the Notcast. I've talked to my friend Bob Gurr about coming on the Notcast. I think he might do that. My friend George really wants to come on the Notcast. Tyler, of course, Allie. And so as soon as I get back to California, I believe all the packages should be there. And we can resume the Notcast in a much more professional and, if I dare say so, sexy style. It's gonna be quite. I almost fell into an empty fountain. Oh my gosh! It's gonna be nice. I think it's gonna be nice. So I'm very overwhelmed. I just got here, a nice 5-hour flight. Dennis Leary was sitting behind me, and my friend who's here, I texted him when I was leaving LA, and I go, Dennis Leary is behind me. And right then, the plane was going, huh? And no more connection, so the next text didn't go. And I was just thinking, what if that was the last text I ever sent, was to a friend saying, Dennis Leary is behind me. And that's it. I was never heard from again. It was weird though. I had the dad from The Sandlot sitting behind me, and I really wanted to ask him for a picture, but because we were sitting on the plane together, someone bought me the ticket, by the way. That's why I was sitting in the area where Dennis Leary was sitting. So I'm sitting in front of him, and I was like, it's too awkward. I don't want to turn around and ask him for a picture because of the whole Sandlot connection. And he touched Karen Allen, at least on the shoulder. As far as I'm concerned, that's awesome. But I couldn't ask him for a picture on the plane. It was too weird. Then when he got off the plane, we were the first two off the plane, and I was thinking, I'll ask him for a picture now, you know. At least for George, my friend, who loves The Sandlot more than any human being should. And it's a good movie, but more than any human being should. Anyway, right as he got off onto the little gangway thing, there was a guy there. Hello, Mr. Leary, sir, to pick him up and to be his bodyguard and do the whole thing. And so I was like, oh man, this guy's gonna keep me from taking the pic. So on the way to baggage claim, right? They'll sit there and they'll stop at baggage claim, and that's when I'll make my move. Mr. Leary didn't want to bother you on the plane. My friend George is an insaniac for The Sandlot. I gotta take a Sandlot fun pic with you. But when on the way to baggage claim, they detoured to Starbucks, and it was already too weird that I was walking right close behind them, and I didn't want to go to Starbucks. I didn't want to be a weirdo, so I didn't end up going to Starbucks, and they never came to baggage claim, so I guess he brought only a carry-on thing with him. Also, now it is starting to rain. That's the story of me and Dennis Leary. I thought you would all be enthralled and thrilled to hear that tale. I am here at New York's most exciting hotel experience. I'm hoping Tim Curry appears down here in the doors of the Plaza Hotel and tries to chase me around the city, or I run into Marv, or, you know, the Sticky Bandits or something. I don't know. We're going to get into some kind of crazy adventures. At the moment, though, it is starting to rain, and that means I have got to go seek shelter somewhere in the wilds of New York and plan my next move. But the Notcasts are returning. We got a new website coming, got all kinds of crazy stuff to talk about, and all kinds of adventures have happened and are happening and are going to happen very soon. I'm going to be back on the road in May. Very excited about that. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is coming. Game of Thrones is happening. There's so much going on right now. There's so much going on. But since my cell phone isn't really fond of rain, although theoretically waterproof, I think I'm going to go now. So for now, thank you for joining me in New York City, way ahead of the rest of the gang, because I'm about 2 Florida videos behind and haven't even started filming in New York yet.
You've done your duty. Hotel and sleep. Well.